final boss is very naughty. I'll be your answer. अरे भाई ये क्या था बस थोड़ा। हेलो स्ट्रीट साइड। अरे भाई जो हैप्पी बर्थडे बना दे रहे मेरा। मुझसे पूछ तो लो मेरा बर्थडे था है कि भी नहीं। तुम्हारे साथ रिटायर्ड शुभ ने प्रैंक कर दिया और तुमको मान गए सब यार। फक मैन। मेरा बर्थडे तो सितंबर में आता है यार। अरे कैसे मरेगा यार बहन का। हट जा। मैं क्या ही करूँ यार, हिट ही नहीं हुआ मैं। अरे एरो, हाँ यार पास पे तो मैं एरो ही मार दूंगा। You cannot. अबे क्या लगा दिया मैंने, ये कैसे चेंज हो गया अपने आप? कैसे रिएक्ट करूँ यार उसके ऊपर जाने पे साला। एक तो नॉर्मल अगर सिंपल क्लिक होता तो कर लेता, होल्ड करके छोड़ना है यार, सीन तो है। स्टार्ट नहीं होता एकदम। Bumpak, 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 bumpak. What? What? कैसा है? कैसा बाबू? बाबू बाबू कैसा? अरे नाइस, वेरी नाइस। एक्चुअली मैं कंफ्यूज ही हो गया उससे। पड़ा पपम पड़ा पपम। होने वाली आई नीड टू बी केयरफुल। यस La 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 la. क्रेजी राइड एकदम सुपर क्रेजी. हम्म. समझ में नहीं आई मेरे को एंडिंग व्हाटएवर. इसके लिए मतलब पूरा एक्सप्लोर करना पड़ेगा यार, टू एंडिंग के लिए सीन हुई है। जस्ट टू फाइट तीसरा फेज। Can't skip these. तो बहुत ही बड़ी टीम है इसकी तो, व्हाट द हेल। शुरू होते खत्म। हाँ यार, मुझे लगा बॉस फाइट लंबी चलेगी। कल रात उसने को बहुत रुलाया था। क्रेडिट्स देखने बुमराह बीचर खेल रहा है लवंडा, बीचर की दुनिया में 6। मास्टरपीस गौटीज। Best open world, oh my god. But combat is shit. टाची बाबू ऐसा नहीं भाई, टाची बाबू इज द ग्रेटेस्ट अचीवमेंट एवर। वो ऐसे किसी को नहीं दे सकते। टाची बाबू का गच्ची बाबू खत्म। मास्टरपीस ने तो भाई घोड़े खोल दिए। बहुत ही केड़ा मास्टरपीस निकला ये तो, केड़ा। अबे भाई अब गेम ट्रू एंडिंग मांग रहा है यार, उसके लिए जो पूरा गेम एक्सप्लोर करना पड़ेगा, सारे आइटम देने हैं बंदे को गेम के। भाई मैं तो नहीं कर रहा, आई थिंक। कॉम्बैट खास नहीं, कॉम्बैट से ज्यादा फन एक्सप्लोरेशन और डायलॉग्स में है। क्रेडिट्स दिखाने के लिए लाइव आया था। ट्रू एंडिंग के लिए टाइम देना पड़ेगा। टाइम क्यों देना पड़ेगा? अभी यूट्यूब में देख लेता हूँ ट्रू एंडिंग। वाओ वाओ। चलो भाई एक बार नेट पे यूट्यूब में इसको देख लेता हूँ। स्टार्टर गेम में क्या है? बैटल मेमोरीज क्या है ये कौन सा नया मोड खुल गया है? बैटल में क्या होगा? ओ, अब मैं कोई भी बॉस फाइट खेल सकता हूँ ना। बस यही है बैटल मोड में। ओके हेलो नियॉन वाइट, नियॉन वाइट, नियॉन ब्लैक खेलूंगा भाई मैं। उसका सेकंड गेम आने दे, नियॉन ब्लैक। खुद से कौन खोजता है, सब आईटी पे ही देखकर करते हैं ये सब। ये जमाना गया वो वाला जब लोग रिप्ले करके फाइंड आउट करते थे। अरे यार बहन जो स्ट्रीम एंड करनी पड़ेगी यार, तो 33 मिनट ही हो रखे स्ट्रीम को, अभी क्या करूं। नाइन सोल्स स्टोरी चेकआउट।
Nine Sols is an action platformer developed.
अरे यार कोई कम में नहीं है।
Nine Souls opens in the final chapter of its narrative. Yi, vanquished and left for dead by his old master, follows the dangerous, self-destructive path of vengeance. He will not rest until those who have wronged him feel his blade. But Yi's story is a small slice of a great epic that can be traced back millennia and light years. One that sees civilization crumble, hope born from desperation, and an attempt to unite science and spirituality. This is the story of Nine Souls Explained. An apology in advance that many of the words and names are in a language unfamiliar to me. I'll try
अरे
my
बहुत
best, but
डीप
likely
लोर है इसका,
mispronounce
तो
some.
बहुत डीप लोर भाई।
Another planet, another time. Penglai is an alien world, home to a mystical plant known as the primordial roots. None know its origin, few understand its power, but it was the first life form to emerge on the planet. An ancient cave painting relates that it feeds on light
अब
and
सीधा
reaches
दूसरे
across
सीन में
all
आईटी
islands and
ओपन हो
land
जाता है
masses.
जैसी कोई भी पजल
On
आए।
Penglai, civilizations arose
Fuck
where every
puzzle,
tree
man.
thrived. The greatest of these
7
are
के
the
मास्टर ने इसका
Solarians,
बनाया
a
है।
race
आर यू
of sentient
सीरियस
cat-like folk
भाई?
who
वो ऐसे गेम
dominated
भी
the
खेलता है
planet.
क्या? इस गेम ऐसे गेम खेलेगा तो उसकी तो गांड फट जाएगा भाई। 7 के मास्टर नहीं बनाया यार, वही तो मैं कहूँ, वो तो ऐसे गेम बनाएगा उसकी तो गांड ही फट जाएगी भाई।
Dominated the planet. Since prehistoric times, Solarians have been inseparable from the roots. It provides shelter for sleeping and fruit for warmth. Ancient Solarians worshipped the brilliant star above them as Sol, the father, and Fusang
कैप्चर
Roots
कार्ड
as
ये
the
वो
mother.
बेबी।
This symbiotic and mutualistic relationship between Root and Solarian foreshadows future doom, but it is yet many thousands of years away. For now, the Solarians cultivate the primordial roots,
ये देख कितना
revere
बढ़िया
it, and
कैप्चर
expand
कार्ड
their
उठाया है, ये
civilization
देख रहा है
to
तू?
encompass Penglai. Shortly, 9 kingdoms rise, backed by Fusang's mystical power, and an era of development reigns. Prominent clans secure hegemony within the kingdoms, such as the Feng clan of Shang Kingdom, the nobility of the kingdom of Jia, and the relative paupers of Clan Jie, whose kingdom was often ridiculed by other Solarians. In the beginning, the Jie kingdom ruled over a desolate wasteland, and it had little industry besides mining. New breakthroughs in artificial fabrication, 3D printing, biological transmutation,
Assassin's
and Azure
Creed
Sand
Shadows का
not only catapulted Solarian
ले
development, it lashed them to strategic resources.
इंडियन
Mines of
यूट्यूबर्स
Jin and
be
Azure
like
Sand were uncovered beneath the Jie kingdom's deserts. The demand for such precious reservoirs secured wealth the Jie had only dreamed of. Much of their revenue was invested in martial endeavors, and the Jie kingdom, whose leaders had always shown aggressive tendencies, now had the means to realize their ambition. It soon became the greatest military force out of the 9 kingdoms. The
वही तो
disdain which
यार
others had held for them
मेरे को
was
ही
now
बनानी
returned
पड़ेगी इस गेम
100-fold,
की
and the
डीप
Jie
लोर
emperor
वाली स्टोरी।
declared war on his enemies. This plunged all of Penglai into an age of tumult and violence, known as the Turbulent Era.
भाई बट ये गेम में ना इन लोगों ने बहुत मेहनत करी है यार, बहुत डिटेल्ड है गेम, बहुत ज्यादा।
Taoism. He is roused from his centuries-long recovery by the melody played by an ape-man child at the outskirts of Peach Blossom Village. Vengeance is all that remains in his heart, alongside contempt for the master that betrayed him. But Yi's body needs time to strengthen. For 2 years, he hides from Agang within the ape-men livestock pen and forms an unlikely relationship with Xuanshuan, the orphan child who woke him. Yi sees parts of Hang within Xuanshuan, and the boy's innocent curiosity sets him apart from other ape-men. When the child is chosen
नहीं है
as one of
कैप्चर
many
कार्ड
in a
यार,
ceremony
घर
in
आया
which
हुआ हूँ तो
ape-men
पीसी
brains
में
are
खेल रहा हूँ
harvested
अपने।
and their bodies used for food, Yi intervenes on the boy's behalf. He spares Xuanshuan's life and initiates his strike against Aigong and the council. Yi's emotions prevent him from seeing clearly, and he has no tangible plan outside of retribution. He intends to end Aigong's manipulation and halt the Eternal Cauldron project he built by gathering the soul seals held by council members, either willingly or by force. First, however, he establishes a safe base of operation within the Four Seasons Pavilion, where his own vital sanctum rests, as well as his AI
Capture का
edifice.
refund.
From here, Yi walks a lonely and painful path that sees him confront each of his old colleagues. Huafu, Yi's only friend on the Council of Souls, quickly switches sides upon learning Yi still lives and assists him in constructing
Refund
new
नहीं ऐसा क्यों?
Yi's journey is one of spiritual
अबे मंगाए
transformation
कब
and
तक capture
enlightenment.
card?
He begins as a scientist entrenched firmly in its
ये
notions
तो
of
PC
correct
में खेल
and
रहा हूँ ना
incorrect,
भाई मैं.
right or wrong, and the primacy of reason. In his mind, there's no ambiguity and no room for superstition unsupported by fact. In his heart, there's hatred and an icy disregard for all else. But as he journeys through New Kunlun, makes new discoveries, and shares words with the other souls, Yi softens. After killing or maiming them, he gains access to the soul's vital sanctum,
भाई ये बहुत
which allows
fights
him
पे
to
एक
walk
number
through
है
their
यार.
memories. Here, a different picture comes into focus. Each of these individuals is more nuanced. None are pure evil. They made mistakes, yes, but they had compelling reasons to continue the Eternal Cauldron project. They were cajoled by Aigong into following her plans, no matter the risks. We see this especially with Lady Ethereal's soulscape system, which led to disconnect with reality, mental instability, depression, and suicidal or homicidal ideation. Aigong swept all under the rug to continue the project. In this light, Yi develops empathy, or at least some sympathy, for the other souls, and his own scientific
इसके
ideals
ऊपर
are challenged by the ape men
मैं भी
Chuan
हूँ
and
तुम्हारे
Shinon,
सब
the village
फोटोज देख
pariah.
लिया था मैंने.
Chuan's inquisitive nature leads Yi to question reason and open himself up to
Naughty
spirituality,
boy.
faith, superstition. The three share stories and form strong bonds of compassion for one another, as guilt for his role in ape men harvesting festers. This coincides with journeys into an ethereal dreamscape, strengthened by his body's connection to Fusang, where Yi converses with the spirit of the ancient Taoist sage Lear, learning Fangxi arts and broadening his perspective. As Yi dispatches the other 9 souls, he learns the Eternal Cauldron isn't operating as intended. The AI systems he helped develop to automate much of New Kunlun's maintenance have been turned off or fallen into disrepair. Facilities are patrolled by tireless transmuted guards, halls glow eerily, and much is silent. But it's after gaining access to the Empyrean district that Yi feels something terrible has overcome New Kunlun. This district, overseen by the Fang Clan twins, was intended to be the primary living and recreation quarters for Solarians. Bulletin notices warn that the Empyrean's water supply was somehow contaminated, and the district is overgrown with strange regenerative goop studded with crystal spikes. Dead Solarians litter large areas, and strange creatures, nearly impossible to kill, rampage through the cabins. After reaching the depths of the Tiandao research chamber, Yi learns that this is the fate of the Solarians and the culmination of Aigong's research on a serum cure for the Tianhao virus. While Yi recovered, his mentor spent centuries perfecting the serum. At first, she intended to cure Tianhao, but revelation opened Aigong's mind to the belief that the virus was a gift from the universe, a crucible meant to test the Solarians and initiate their evolution. The mutants represent a new, immortal species, the ultimate object of her desires. Yi challenges his master within her soulscape, a trap that Aigong exploits to rip from him the soul seals he collected. Without the seals, Yi can't activate the Council's mainframe and direct the New Kunlun vessel, nor can he override any of the Eternal Cauldron's functions. He has no choice but to chase after Aigong and confront her at the top of Daybreak Tower, where she intends to infect the primordial roots with Tianhao virus and evolve all remaining Solarians in hibernation. 2 possible endings to Yi's tale present themselves and depend entirely on his actions taken throughout the main questline. If Yi is unwavering in his vengeance, if he stands firmly planted in Solarian scientific primacy and refuses to explore the moral ambiguity of life, Yi remains beholden to the dogma that colors his view. He continues to see things in black and white. He doesn't open himself up to Taoist belief, and he can't let go of his past. He attempts to atone for the 9 soul sins and save the Solarian race. After defeating his mentor Aigong, Yi uses the soul seals to initiate a warp voyage of the island superstructure to return to Panglai. Here, he continues his mentor's work. Tianhao still threatens the Solarians, as does Aigong's mutating cure. Yi stands at a crossroads. He can maintain the living Solarians within their soulscape dreams, while he works to perfect a true cure. Or he can administer Aigong's serum and evolve the Solarians. A virtual existence where each is forever locked in their own mind, or the end of the species and transcendence to a new breed. It is the choice that burdens Yi as he contemplates his decision. This ending denies the natural course of Solarian decline. Yi strives to keep the race alive, which can be seen as conflicting with the Tao. If, however, Yi challenges his perceptions and opens both heart and mind to vulnerability, he undergoes significant character transformation. The haze of revenge clears as Yi interacts with the ape men Xuan Xuan and Shenong, his friend the Soul Kwafu, and the ancient android weapon Chiyu. He saves the Peach Blossom village and allows their escape to the pale blue planet while he confronts his master. Aigong refuses to accept defeat. Obsessed with achieving immortality and forever afraid to lose the sentience tied to Tianhao, she instead infects the Fusang tree. Its rhizomatic roots erupt across New Kunlun in bright magenta and spread across the superstructure. For Yi, this represents an unnatural, terrible fate for his race. He believes now that Solarians have artificially outlived their universal lifespan, that to continue goes against the natural order and leads to a future of pain and hopelessness. He takes it upon himself to end his species and grant them peaceful oblivion. Armed with the rhizomatic bomb, Yi ignites New Kunlun, destroys the superstructure, and erases Solarians from the histories. Yi's sacrifice saves the ape men and the pale blue planet itself. New Kunlun had been leeching the sun's heat, which plunged the planet into an age of snow.
ये हुआ था.
The sun's warmth is restored, and light shines brilliantly on a thawing
गार्डन ऑफ
planet.
द गैलेक्सी. अबे भाई दो
The
तीन
death of
ट्राई
the
दिए यार,
Solarians
बार
allows
बार
the
एक
ape
बार ही
men
मजा
of
नहीं
Earth
आया
to
मेरे को.
thrive.
बोर ही मार
One
दिया.
species declines as another rises,
बहुत
and the
बातें
cycle
हैं
of life
उसमें.
and death continues in universal harmony. Many consider this the true ending, as it offers closure to Yi's tale and highlights his character's transformation. Not only that, but it lays the foundation for humanity's rise on Earth and gives evidence beyond all doubt that cats are indeed aliens. Several thematic and philosophical elements are woven into the Nine Souls narrative, and the game draws large inspiration from Eastern mythology and spiritualism. The first and most obvious is Taoism. Many Solarians are practitioners of Taoism, steeped in the mythos of the primordial roots and the great
नाइस नाइस, समझा मैं. बढ़िया है, मैंने तो पहले ही बोला था. हाँ यार, गेम तो वो खत्म ही थी, कुछ भी बोलो यार. गेम वो खत्म टाइप की थी. देयर वाज नथिंग गुड इन दैट गेम. बट यार चलो, दिस गेम वाज फन एटलीस्ट. मजा आया मेरे को नाइन सोल्स में यार. नाइन सोल जैसी गेम कम ही बन पाती है. बट पीक और मेट्रोइडवेनिया है, पीक. समझ रहे हो? दिस इज अ फकिंग पीक ऑफ मेट्रोइडवेनियाज.